a Sheriff here in Lyon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But I guess on behalf of the Chess Fight fans also, I guess we should first congratulate you with your newborn son.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
His name is Achil, I think?
Yeah, Achil.
Tell us what it was like. I think it happened not long after you returned home from Monaco.
Yeah, it was basically on the 9th of April. And, well, what can I say? It's to those who had children, they know what I'm talking about. Probably to the others, it's very difficult to put into words, but it's just a wonderful feeling. And you have this little bundle. And it's great. And of course, for a couple of months, he wakes up whenever he wants, he eats whenever he wants, so your patterns are completely disturbed. But I must say, it's Aruna is probably taking the brunt of it rather than me, but still I'm happy, I was able to spend some quiet time at home. And yeah, it's very difficult to put into words. I think it's just a spectacular experience.
And yeah, about the name, Achil, Leoncio wrote that's different meanings in Tamil, but that you prefer the meaning of ruler or king, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we just like the name and we went with it. It's not like we really chose it for its meaning, but if you like it, it means flawless. It can also mean a kind of ruler, sure.
Okay, very nice. And yeah, how is Aruna and Babe doing right now?
They're doing fine. Well, it's just a little bit shy of 2 months, and no, it's wonderful. I got a couple of, several weeks just before I came here. I was there since his birth, and very special moments. But but now, of course, he's at the stage where every week he's growing so fast that I'm sure I've missed a lot now in these couple of weeks. So when I get back, already it'll be a little bit strange. He will have grown fast, but I think it's nice that the first few months I don't have to play very much. So I will only be playing in Sao Paulo and Bilbao, and so till then I get to spend a lot of time with him.
So actually after this event you will be returning quickly already? Or?
Yeah, I'll go to Prague for a couple of days, and then I'm going to India right away, and I'll be there again for a while.
Okay, yeah, because although you still have houses in Spain and Germany, you moved back to Chennai about a year ago?
Yes, basically. I mean, it was never that cut and dried that I moved completely here or there. Of course, most of the time is really on the road. But of course, now it's our principal base. We still continue coming to Europe quite often. Aruna much less. She hasn't traveled since we went back after Sofia. So after Sofia, we went for a short vacation to Sri Lanka, and besides that, she's been there because I've been traveling a couple of tournaments last year. But yeah, it's nice. We're also getting used to, and there's so much family there, and it's of course a big help. So the grandparents are coming over every day, and it's a good time to be there also.
Right. And yeah, could this mean that you might be spending, you probably want to spend some more time with the family like this? Could it mean that you probably have to size down your calendar, or you have to play less tournaments, or?
No, not really. I mean, India is not that far away in terms of time difference, so it's only 3.5 hours. Because Chennai is a bit south, the flight is a bit longer. But essentially, all this means is I can play as much as I want. I just have to arrive 1 day early for jet lag, or maybe 2 days maximum. So it's not a big deal at all. Having said that, already due to the World Championship and certain other things, you end up playing. Well, you have to think about your calendar a lot, because every 2 years the World Championship comes, and then the year before that, some of it goes in training and so on. But I don't think travel is such a big handicap. It's only 3.5 hours time difference, so it's not like you're switching from night to day or something.
Okay. Your opponent here in Lyon, Alexei Shirov, said that to have a child is beneficial in life and maybe even also for the chess. What do you think about this remark?
I think it can really go every which way. I would say that it really doesn't matter some things in life you must do, and it really, of course, I think if it brings you joy, it will help all other things as well, something like that. And of course, I enjoyed playing with Akhil and all the fun in April and May. So when you have positive feelings, then I think that will spill over into your chess.
Hi, I'm Anish Giri and I'm going to teach you some chess.
I think you traveled to Spain a few days before before the match and spent some time with Peter Heine in preparation. This means you took the match pretty seriously, wasn't it?
Of course. I thought it was. Alexei is a dangerous opponent if things go wrong. And in Lublin, for instance, he played quite well. And recently, he's been playing more than well. Even I would even say his old creative self. So it's not just that he won that tournament. And I thought it was important to do a good job. Also, I came to Spain a few days early, first of all for jet lag, but also to get some work done without this temptation to go down and have a look at him and so on. So a few days, but not very many days. I mean, really, Peter and me maybe got 2 days work in.
Yeah, and you mentioned Shirov is of course a very dangerous, brave opponent, and interesting maybe for opening lovers is that you chose to play the Caro-Kann as your main weapon. How did you reach this decision?
A little bit random. I mean, I examined several openings. I thought I should do something that I hadn't done in a while to catch him a little bit off guard. Also, I didn't know the effect of this time control, because it's sort of in between rapid and classical. It's of course much closer to rapid because a classical game is much longer. A classical game is 5 hours upwards, whereas this is let's say a maximum of 2 hours. But nonetheless, I thought I had to come and just sort of familiarize myself with a couple of openings so that I know what to do. So. And this time control gives you the sensation of being a rapid game, but then suddenly you get a bit of extra time. You get 15 minutes and 30 seconds extra. So it's 2 rapid games in one. I have to say it's a reasonable control. I don't think we played well or badly as a result of the time. I think it's just a reasonable time control. The Caro-Kann worked extremely well, so that helped.
Yes, you were doing pretty well indeed with Black, but I guess you were pretty satisfied with your play in the match in general.
Yes, broadly speaking, yes, and I think Alexei didn't really settle into the match. I mean, his opening preparation in game 2 was obviously suspect, and then somehow he never got into the match. Especially this third game was. Well, it's one of these disasters that happen a couple of times in your life, and it just happened on that day for him. But still, there were a couple of. I mean, today, for instance, the 5th game. I think I played well overall, but there were so many moments that I missed. It also leaves a strange feeling. But perhaps at the end of a couple of hours of play, you tend to make mistakes again. So. Yeah, I'm happy with the result and more or less content with my play, but not, completely satisfied.
Okay, I want to change the style of the interview a little bit and give you a few quick, brief opposites where you have to choose one, and then you will realize that we will discuss a few of the subjects a little bit after that. Okay, and of course you can always choose to don't make a decision between the two, but just just try. Well, let's get it warmed up with the choice between Federer or Nadal.
Well, I actually was rooting for Nadal today. So,
Okay. John Cleese or Terry Gilliam?
not very easy. Probably I've seen more of Cleese.
Beatles or Stones?
In Sofia, we played Stones for ages.
Geary or Nizhnik?
I don't know Nizhnik anywhere as well as Giri. So let's.
Okay. Talent or experience?
Well, experience.
Okay, 3. Fritz Ricca or Houdini?
Houdini?
Okay, rapid chess or semi-rapid chess?
Rapid chess.
Classical score or football score?
Classical scoring.
Sophia rule or no Sophia rule?
No. No Sophia rule. So.
We'll return briefly after that to the subjects. 15-minute delay of transmission or ban of electronic devices?
I think we'll just have to trust each other more.
Candidates, matches or round robin?
I don't know. Once we try one, we'll be unhappy with the other, I think.
And then the last one, Israel or India?
Well, I'm going to kind of root for myself.